am doing a Q&A today because I always do readings on here and I definitely want to continue doing readings on here, but for some of you guys, and don't mind my fucking nails, I'm getting them done like tomorrow, but for some of you guys, you don't really know me too well, so I'm like, okay, well, let's just do a fucking Q&A, right? So I have my phone is recording, so all the questions are on my phone, so I wrote them down. I'm probably gonna do a part 2 because I did get a lot of questions, so I'm gonna start out with the very first question. And by the way, if you guys do not know me, I am a medium. I do tarot as well. I am on Instagram, The Magical Queen on Instagram, and then here, The Magical Queen Tarot. If you guys want to book an appointment with me, you can definitely do so on my website, themagicalqueen.com. And what else? I'm pregnant as fuck. So I'm like really swollen and I'm like, fuck dude, like I'm gonna beat my face so I can try to look like decent, but whatever. So anyways, let's get into it, okay? So for the very first question, I have, as a mother, do you find yourself feeling guilty for needing space from your kids? Well, this is a loaded question. I'm just gonna be like totally and completely honest with you guys. Just a little bit of a backstory on like my motherhood. Fuck, I hope my neighbors are like not listening to me. And this is like super plain. I just actually moved into a new place like a week ago, so this is like, my house is very plain right now. It won't be that way for long. Anyways, so do I ever feel guilty? Well, I have a 5-year-old and I am currently pregnant. I'm literally giving birth in like the next 3 to 4 weeks. So for me, just like I said, a little backstory on like my parenting situation. I'm a single mom, okay? So, you know, being a mom's hard as fuck no matter what. Like if you're single, you're not, whatever. It's fucking difficult, okay? I love being a mom. Like I know that my life would not be the same if I wasn't, and I'm so fucking grateful for both of my kids, even though, you know, one is not even here yet. Very, very grateful for my children. They literally have pushed me to be the person that I am today, and I don't think that I would be who I am today without them. But I am a single mom. I have my 5-year-old who I actually homeschool. I do homeschool for my son. I have my own business that I'm running, and I take care of my son financially alone and physically alone. So I'm not trying to fucking get emotional. Give fucking shit. I can already feel like this fucking pregnancy hormones coming up. So for me, everyone, this is like not any shade to anyone or like, you know, saying that my situation is different. Everyone's situation is different, but this is my situation. I am with my son a lot, okay? You know, like obviously I'm a full-time mom and I do pretty much everything with him, for him. Just, you know, for my own personal reasons, and I feel like that's what's best for him at this time. But yeah, I financially and physically, I have no help really from his dad. So yeah, it's like, it's really difficult at times, and I sometimes do want to be like, fuck dude, I need a fucking break. Like right now I don't have him here. He's actually with my mom so that I could actually come and like work, because I do work with him while he's with me, and sometimes it gets really hard. But I do feel guilty. I do feel guilty sometimes. I'm like, dude, I want to just like get the fuck away, like, and be by myself. And when I do it, if I do get to do it, automatically I'm like, fuck, I miss my kids. So I do feel guilty, but I truly believe that it doesn't matter how many kids you have. It doesn't matter if you're a single mom, you're in a relationship, you're married, whatever the fuck. I believe truly, this is my own personal belief, that everyone needs a fucking break sometimes. Like just like with anything, like if you fucking have a 9-to-5 job, you need to fucking take a break at times from your work. Like you need to take a break because you'll go fucking insane. Okay. So yeah, I do feel guilty sometimes, but I know that I need it, especially with my son coming. I'm a little, because I'm actually a single parent with this child as well. I just have like the best like decision making, right? Like fuck. But yeah, so I'm actually gonna be like a single mom of 2 boys. Holy shit. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna need a fucking break, especially when he's here, because I'm gonna have 2 and a baby and a 5-year-old, like fucking, anyways. So yeah, to answer that question, I do feel guilty, but I think it's necessary. Like if you need a fucking break, you need a fucking break, and don't make yourself feel like, oh my god, like all the moms on fucking Pinterest don't take breaks. Like, yeah, they're fucking bullshitting. If somebody's over here posting like they're the perfect mom and everything is just happy-go-lucky and fucking rainbows floating out of your asshole, you're lying and you want to fucking break too. And you know that you've like cried probably 2 times in one day by yourself in the car because you feel like you're a fucking piece of shit mom. And you're not. Okay? But it's okay. Like, we don't have to judge each other. You know what I'm saying? All right? So to answer that question, I do feel guilty sometimes, but I know that it's necessary because I will fucking lose my shit. All right? So, moving on. So let's go to the next question. Do you get mean comments from people assuming that you worship the devil or you are an evil witch? All right. Well, when it comes to what I practice and things like that, I definitely know that people have certain views on it. I've actually had people kind of ask me, like, in my personal life, not really on comments, to be honest. I have had, I think, like 2 people, and I've been more like spiritually open on Instagram for the past like 3 years, but like full force for like the past year and a half. But I have had people in the past comment or like DM me saying like, you know, you need to follow Christ or whatever. And I'm not knocking anyone's beliefs. That's just not my personal belief. But to be honest, anyone saying like I'm evil or devil worshiper, no. I've had people ask me if I do worship the devil, which is totally not the fucking case at all. I am what's called a light worker. So I have no like, I don't know, people always associate like tarot or mediumship with like voodoo or like evil witchcraft or whatever. I don't fuck with that. I got kids. I try to keep my vibration very high. I work from a place of love and light. I'm a healer as well. So I do healing for people. So I can't be doing that kind of shit if I was like evil or a devil worshiper. So that's not really even the question, but I'm just answering that anyways. But I don't get a lot of those comments because honestly, I kind of ignore that and I don't even like feed into that if anyone does say that. So not really. So yeah. Next question. So when did you know it was time to develop your gifts and what was the process? Okay. So this, a lot of people, okay, so you guys, well, if you know me, you know I've had an Instagram, like a makeup Instagram for years, like 3 or 4 years, I think now. I have been a makeup artist for like 12 years, I think now. I don't know. Well, anyways, so backstory, I think people are kind of like, oh my god, like she just like suddenly started doing like tarot, and that's actually not the case. Like if you know me in real life, you know that I have worked with divination probably since I was like 13. I have had, I would say like my gifts, I think I was born with them, to be honest. Very first experiences that I've ever had were when I was like 5 years old. And I did not know what that meant. So when the thing is that when you, some people like, I mean, people that I've talked to that are mediums or psychics or, you know what I mean? Because I'm not, I do tarot, but I am not just a tarot reader. Like there's people that can just read tarot, like they studied it and they know how to do it. I am not a tarot reader. I'm actually psychic medium. And I know that of people that I know, other psychic mediums, they didn't know exactly what that meant as a child, okay? Because you don't really understand. You're picking up energy or you're seeing visions in your head or you're hearing things. And it's like, well, I don't know. Like, I don't really know what that means. You know what I'm saying? And I think that in the movies, it's portrayed as like, you see like a fucking ghost standing next to you and you're a fucking psychic or you're a medium or you can talk to spirits. For me, that's not necessarily the case. This is more of visions in my head, or I can see things in my head. It's kind of hard to explain, but when I was 5, I've had experiences with that. And then going on, I started working in divination when I was like 13 or 14. Playing with the Ouija board was one of the main things that I did. And I would not fucking suggest that because that shit was scary as hell. It's not a fucking board game. It's something that you really have to like, I wouldn't fuck with it now. Like that's not how I use my divination practice anymore. But anyways, so I've actually been doing that for a long time, and I've always been very drawn to certain things. And there was always times when I would like know what was going to happen, or I would like tell people like, I feel like this and that, and this and that. And I'd be like, what the fuck, Sam, you're crazy. And then it would come true. And I'm like, yeah, because I saw it already. Like it was, and I would make a joke out of it. My friends would always like joke around with me. They're like, oh, she's psychic. Oh my God, Sam's psychic. And it was like, no, bitch, I really am. Like, you know, so I didn't really understand it. And then I actually, in high school, I think a little after high school, I got with my oldest son's dad, and he was very against anything like that. Like, he was like, that's, you know, evil, and that's not what I believe in. So I kind of shut it all down because people actually made rumors about me. People were saying like, oh, she's a witch and she did like a fucking love spell on homeboy. Like, motherfucker, I didn't do a spell on you, bitch. Like, you just wanted to be around. Anyways, so that kind of like, obviously, like, it's embarrassing. Like, people don't want to talk to you because they think you're crazy or you're evil. So I kind of shut that down. Moving forward, I was teaching makeup. Getting back into that, I was teaching makeup, and there's a lot of energy if you are a teacher. So you're in like a classroom full of, 30 to 40 people. There's a lot of energy going on, and I feel like it was part of Spirit's way of saying like, okay, now is the time. Like, you're getting a little older, you're coming more into who you are. Like, now it's time to really start utilizing these gifts and help people. So when I would do my makeup classes, and if you've ever taken a makeup class with me, you probably already know, I would like, I don't know, when I was doing my seminars or whatever it was, or like my speech, I felt like I was channeling messages, and sometimes it would turn into not even talking about makeup. It was more about like messages and bringing forward energy to these people and to my students. And I was like, dude, like, I don't know, I'm feeling like very urged to do something, and this just teaching makeup thing is not fulfilling me anymore. Like, I just know it. And I would actually go, like, certain people would actually go up to them and kind of like say things, and it would be messages that I had to bring forward for them. So that's kind of when I knew, and I would say that was about 3.5 years ago, that I was like, okay, now you need to really just like, you need to see more into this. And I actually had other mediums that I had gone to get readings tell me, like, you are, because I used to think like, okay, maybe I'm like psychic, maybe, I don't really know what that means, like, is that fake? Like, I didn't know what it meant, you know what I mean? So when I was talking to these mediums, actually, I think through 2 mediums have told me now, like, you are a medium. And I was like, no, but like, that's like, you see like ghosts and stuff like that. And like, I actually have seen fucking ghosts before, but that's totally different video. But I was like, I just didn't think that was like true. I was like, no, that's not true. And sure enough, I started developing my gifts a little bit more. And yeah, it turns out that I actually am a medium. And I think I'm going to do a whole other video on what a medium actually is. Because like I said, people always come to me, they're like, well, how'd you learn tarot and things like that? And it's like, well, I mean, I use tarot as a tool, but I'm actually a medium. So I can do a non-tool reading. I do channel messages from spirit and channel messages from loved ones as well. And that was another thing that I was really nervous about coming forward, because I get messages from spirits that are meant for other people, and I feel like people are going to be like, you're fucking crazy, like, why are you telling me this? But I mean, I've had several readings now that I've been able to validate information from past loved ones, and I just kind of started going for it. And yeah, so I'm not a fucking nutcase for you guys that think I'm fucking crazy. It is what it is. So I am a medium. I'm currently pregnant, so I know that a lot of people are inquiring about doing mediumship readings, which would be completely separate from what a tarot reading is. But right now, because I'm super highly sensitive and I'm also carrying somebody else with me, he would be the one also picking up those energies. So I can't lie, I have still channeled messages to people from their loved ones, because I fucking can't sleep if I don't. Literally the other, like, what was it? Today is the 14th. So was it last night or the night before? I fucking woke up. Someone was coming to me talking about January, like just like dates and numbers and names I start getting. And I'm just like, oh my God, like, please, I need to sleep. And I couldn't fucking sleep. I woke up every hour because someone needed to. And I still haven't reached out to this person yet, but I do plan on doing it. And I know it sounds so fucking crazy. People are probably watching this like, bitch, you're nuts. No, like, it's the truth. And it's really crazy. And it can get scary sometimes, because it's like, I need to fucking sleep. But anyway, so I'm pregnant, so I'm not doing full force mediumship readings, but I do plan on doing those once I deliver my child. And one of my really close friends, she's also a medium, and she, suggested that I don't really activate that too much at this time, because I'm, sensitive. I'm carrying a baby. So anyways, to answer this question, I started really developing things about 3.5 years ago, but I believe that I was born psychic medium. Okay. So, and then following up question, do you speak to spirits? And the answer is yes, I do. I do speak to spirits. It's very hard to explain to somebody that doesn't do this, but if you are a medium, and I know a lot of people do mediumship in different ways, where they see things, hear things, smell things, sense things, and things like that. For me, I do get visions, I get messages, in the form of, it's kind of like seeing things in your head. So I'll get like pictures or energetic colors, or names will just come to me, names and dates will come to me, and that is how I am able to communicate with spirit. And also feelings. I am clairsentient, so I can fucking feel, like, let's say somebody comes in and their grandma passed away, and their grandma was very warm, loving, caring, however that person made them feel, I will pick up on that energy. Or let's say like that person died in a really tragic way, or that person, there was a lot of emotions surrounding their death, or whatever the case is, I would pick up on that very heavily. And that's another thing. I used to think as a child that I had like really bad social anxiety. Come to find out, obviously it was me sensing spirit. And it's like, that's another reason why I had to kind of step away from the makeup industry as well too, because I would go to makeup, like trade shows, and I would be like, dude, I want to fucking leave. Or I would want like a fucking alcoholic beverage so that I could like suppress the feelings that I was having, because it was fucking crazy. Like I was like, oh my God. And I could pick up not only on spirit's energy, but I can pick up on people's energy. So like, let's say someone was being like very, you know, not genuine, and I could fucking feel it, and it made me feel sick. So that was one of the reasons why I had to step away from the makeup industry as well, because there was just like, you know, too much fucking energy going on that wasn't vibrating with me. But to answer that question, yes I do speak to spirits. Yeah, I know, I fucking sound crazy. Like this video I wanted to do for like a long time, where I kind of like really am open about like what I do. Some people can believe me or not, I don't really give a fuck. Like you know, this is what it is. So yes. Okay, so this question, how are you prepping for delivery this time around? Okay, so because I am pregnant and this is my second child, to be really fucking honest, I'm like just being way more go with the flow this time. Like when I was pregnant with Angelo, I would like Google everything. Like I wanted to know everything about like, but like scary shit. Like I would be like, oh my God, like I feel this way, I'm scared. You know what I mean? Like you fucking start Googling everything and you start tripping yourself out. I just feel like this time I'm going more with the flow. This pregnancy has definitely been extremely different from my first. I feel like I went through a whole hell of a lot more this time around, from like literally being in a relationship, a committed relationship, and then like it ending while I'm pregnant. And that shit is crazy. So I've never thought that would like be my life, but everything happens for a reason and for a higher purpose. So it is what it is. But this, I don't know, I just feel like maybe it's because I'm a little older, maybe it's because I'm a little bit more in tune with myself and my body, but I'm just really trying to like relax and let things happen naturally. So I'm not really doing anything specific. I mean, I eat a lot differently than I did when I was pregnant with Angelo. But as far as like preparing, I mean, one thing I already know for sure, I'm going to have my crystals. I'm going to have my crystals in my fucking delivery room. That's for sure. I've made like some, you know, different decisions and choices for myself and for the baby as far as right now, because you never know when it happens, you change your mind or whatever. But I have some choices and decisions that I'm going to make, that I think I'm going to make for myself and for the baby going into it. But I think this time I'm just more chill. Like, I'm just like, you know what? Let's just fucking ride the wave, and what is supposed to happen is going to happen, and how I'm supposed to deliver is how I'm supposed to deliver, and you know, the experience is going to be what it is. So I feel like I'm just more like go with the flow this time around, as opposed to last time. So okay, I think this is going to be the last one for this part, and then I'm going to do a part 2 later on this week, I think. So scariest paranormal experience that you've ever had. So you know what? I don't feel like this was scary, but I guess you could say it's like the most prominent paranormal experience that I've ever had. But as you can imagine, I've had quite a few because of what I do, especially now. But I think the most shocking, and like I was really young, so it was kind of crazy. And if you follow me on Instagram, you probably heard this story before, but I was at a sleepover with a couple of my friends when I was about 11 years old. And we were in one of my friend's rooms. We were all, I think we were kind of like fighting with one of the girls or like the group or whatever. So it was like me and then 3 other girls. So we like thought we were cool. And we went out into the living room and we left the rest of the girls. There was probably like 4 or 5 of them in there. We left the rest of the girls in the bedroom. We went out, we like stole a beer from, we were 11. We stole a beer from the fridge, one fucking beer between like the four of us, and we all drank it. I think we're so cool. Like, oh my God. So we were out there, and then suddenly we seen a girl in the hallway. She had curly, like if it looked like it was styled curled, okay? She was probably like our height, our size. Styled curled, like dark blonde, maybe like strawberry blonde hair. We saw her from the back. She was wearing all white, and she had like a little, I want to say like a little veil over her hair, but you could see the color of her hair, so it had to be like, you know, transparent, see-through. So we saw her, and we all, it was weird. It's very strange. I mean, this was fucking years ago, so like to like completely remember, but I do remember, but like the feeling was like, I don't know, I feel like everything kind of got silent between us. Like we were all just kind of quiet. And we were just like focused on like looking in the hallway and seeing the girl open the door to the room that our friends were in and go inside. And I remember because we all like, all of us had dark hair. Like there was no one there that looked like that girl, like from behind. And I just remember us kind of like us four like looking at each other like, what the fuck? Like who was that? Like what the hell? And I didn't feel scared at the time. I remember not feeling scared. I just remember being kind of like, maybe it was because I had like 4 sips of beer. Maybe that was why. But like, I didn't feel scared. I was just kind of like, what the fuck? So we went in the room, and we like obviously like examined like, who the fuck was that? And like no one was wearing white. No one had that hair color. And we asked them like, did someone just fucking walk in here? And they were like, no. Like they thought we were trying to scare them or trick them. And I just remember like the next day, like not even really thinking about that. And then it like came to me again, and I was like, holy shit, like we for real saw a fucking ghost. Like I've seen things as a child, younger child, but not quite like that. So I guess you could say like that was my most prominent experience. I wasn't scared though. But that is kind of fucking scary if you think about it, right? So that happened, years ago. And I guess you could say like that was the most scary or prominent experience. So yeah, I do want to get this out tonight, so I'm not going to make this crazy long. And my schedule is fucking crazy right now, you guys. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to do a Q&A so you guys can get to know me a little bit more. I'm probably going to put up like to submit more questions to go along with the part 2. So I hope you enjoyed this video and my fucking weird ass, but I am still currently booking appointments. I'm just so fucking grateful for all of you guys. Like you have no idea. This past year and a half has been being able to be open about what I do, being able to communicate and work with spirit and work with you guys, and just I don't know, it's like I always wanted to own a business, but I always thought it was like, okay, it's gonna be makeup, like that's what it's gonna be. But my life has taken such a big fucking turn, and I could not be more grateful. Like yes, it is difficult at times, especially in this line of work, you know, working with other people and their energies and, you know, spirit like not fucking letting me sleep and shit like that, and having a pregnancy and having a kid and doing homeschool. Like it's not the easiest thing. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh my god, my life is like perfect and it's easy, because it's not. But it's my life, and I'm so fucking grateful, and it just makes me feel like I don't even know how to explain it. Like it just makes me feel so good to be able to be myself, like to really fucking be myself, but also be able to incorporate that in my own business. Like I never fucking thought that my life would be this, and then here it is. You know what I mean? It's like, damn, bitch, like this whole time you thought one thing and it was totally not going to be that. But that's the way that life is. Like sometimes you think your path is going to be one way, and then it takes a curveball, and it's like, okay, is this kind of scary? Like, I don't know, I'm not sure. But then you get to the point where you're like, okay, wait a second, this is what the fuck was supposed to happen. This is how my life was supposed to be. This is part of my purpose. So yeah. I'm just fucking happy and so grateful for you guys. Thank you so much for everyone that books with me, that supports my Instagram, supports my YouTube, sending donations. It really helps me. It helps my channel. And you know, I'm running the show by myself, you guys. Like this is literally like me and my 2 boys. So you can imagine how grateful I am to have this business, this clientele, this gift, you guys. It fucking means everything to me. It really does. And I love you guys. Okay. I'm not gonna cry. But yeah, that was fun, right? If normally I'd be like chugging a beer doing a Q&A, but like, bitch, I'm pregnant. So yeah, I will see you guys soon. And if you guys have any of like your similar experiences to any of the questions that I answered, you guys can go ahead and comment below, and I will see you guys on the next video.